Hey, Russell Hotels going live just for a couple minutes. You guys know how I do it. Today is Monday. Yeah, we normally do this about 10 o'clock in the morning, but today, I had something going on. Tiffany had something going on. But hey, Mondays are devoted with the conversation between myself and Miss Tiffany English. So thank you so much, Tiffany, for being here, for being, patient and going with the flow this morning.
Well, of course. I mean, I feel like that's a part of my job is to go with the flow, right? Because things happen.
Yeah,
You plan for things and then you gotta pivot. So it's all good.
Okay. All right.
Right?
I like that. I like that. So yeah, so we do this. Well, I do this daily check-in Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Mondays are devoted to Miss Tiffany coming on. I also do a show called On Air with Russell of Hotels that comes on every Tuesday at 1 p.m. California time. That's PST. Okay, so 1 o'clock here means on the East Coast, like if you're in New York, that means 4 p.m. Okay, just in case you didn't know there was a time difference. Okay, because some people don't know. But
It's
anyway,
true.
so what's been going on, Tiffany? I mean, I don't think, did we talk last week? Did we
We did
do?
not. We did
Okay.
not. It was what was going on? It was busy for you, busy for me. I don't know.
You
I think you had
probably had
something going
some.
on.
You probably had something going on. I don't remember. You were out of town. You were in Aruba or Jamaica.
So no, funny enough, I'm enjoying my time at home. I did not accept a single another conference event invite. I'm being at home for um well, I do have a personal trip in December, but I'm enjoying myself. I
Are
feel
you
like
saying you traveled out? You,
so you
the
know what I
queen of
am?
travel?
No,
What
you
is
know what I am?
what?
I'm all commitment out. So if you let me travel and not do anything, I'm down for it. But I don't have an appointment in me. I don't have a get up at wee hours of the night and attend a breakfast in me. I don't have a site visit inspection all day long in me. So that's what it is. But hey, if you want to invite me out so I could just lay out on the beach, oh yeah, I can make time for that.
Oh goodness gracious. Okay, so all right. Well, it
Yeah,
comes. I think it comes. Everyone's in a planner's life where you've done enough. Enough is enough, and normally that comes around the holidays, right?
right.
You've been ripping and running all year. Especially in the summer. You were going
Yeah,
places. It seemed like every week you were going somewhere.
yeah,
But yeah, no, I understand. And I'm sure people understand that as well because there was some invitation that still were going out
yeah.
maybe last week or 2 weeks ago for something that was that's happening in December.
Hmm.
Everybody can't make those things, so no, I understand. Believe me, I understand. So I kind of shut it down maybe 2 weeks ago, and I said, you know what, that's enough. Unless a client, if there's something for a client that's different, then
Right,
of course, I'll make time for that, but nothing else, nothing, no other shows, no other conferences, nothing until
right.
the year. And let me just say this before we move on. First of all, we're live on. What am I live on? LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Okay, so feel free to make comments if you're on either one of those platforms. Feel free to make comments, questions, whatever. It's all about engagement and interaction. So what I was gonna say is, I applied early for that IPEC, right?
Yeah. What
Guess
are you about
what?
to say?
I didn't
But
get in.
what?
I didn't get in.
What? Okay, I haven't applied. What do you mean you did? Okay, is this an offline conversation or do we need to talk about it? You
I'm
got
just saying I didn't get in. There's no what else is here?
wait, so you got declined?
I got put on a waiting list.
Ooh, so that means a lot of people applied?
I
Because I haven't,
assume so. They will say that was something. You know what? Let me look at the email.
I didn't apply for that yet.
Well, I would. Okay. Go ahead and apply for it, and then see what comes back. Okay, so I got an email. Due to overwhelming response from planners, we are currently full for hosted buyer spots. However, should anything change in the next week and we are able to open up additional spots, we will let you know promptly to check your availability. Thank you again for your interest. So that was it. So yeah, I mean, hey, I
Okay,
mean,
I didn't even try to apply. And it's so funny. I referred other people. So I wonder, is this my fault? Did I mess myself up? Because I told other people to apply and I haven't done it yet.
I don't know. I mean, it's a
Interesting
possible.
enough. Because I think we met at IPEC. IPEC is a really great conference for those who don't know. What is it? The Independent Planners
Education conference.
There we go. And I felt seen. I remember applying to my first one and being like, well, if they accept me, I'm going to see that as a sign that I should move forward in my independent planner process.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really nervous. I got accepted. I didn't know what to expect. And I was just, the environment, the people, I just felt seen. I felt like these are my people, because there are not a lot of events and conferences specifically to independent planners. So you share the same needs. People are looking, for business. People are trying to, brand themselves, and it's a really important conference. So I'm shocked and dismayed that you were sent that, and now I'm worried because I look forward to that conference. So stay tuned. I'm gonna see what happens.
Well, you haven't even applied. You said
that's what I'm saying. Stay tuned until I let you know what happens on my end, because then I don't know, heads might roll. Well, I mean, you can't do anything if it's full, but dang,
yeah, it's full. I mean, I understand, I get it.
Not even until February. Jeez. Okay.
It is a popular conference. It is a popular conference, especially there's probably a lot more newer planners that are coming into the fold than maybe when we first started going to it, right? Because this will probably be my and this will probably be my fourth one that I'm going to, fourth or fifth one.
Yeah, but okay, it's not just the education part. It's meeting with suppliers that get you. So you're working with the suppliers that either understand the needs of independent planners, or they have different lenient terms. They're understanding that these planners aren't representing a corporate entity, which I left in-house corporate to go on my own, and it's completely a different process. So I use that conference as to vet some of my suppliers and I've gotten business from it, or I've sent business from it. Yeah. So
I got you. Well, I'm hoping. Continued. Well, and I'm hoping that, and I hate to throw, this out there, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm hoping that there wasn't an influx of like Helms Briscoe people and Conference Direct people.
No, I heard
they're not independent. They belong to an organization. We are independent.
But I heard they're not allowed to, unless they apply based on their company name. But I heard they're not allowed to be a part of this conference. You cannot have. Do you remember it from last year? Were there Helms Briscoe people last year?
I seem to remember the last one. There was some Helms Briscoe and
you know what? I think so too.
See, that's where I'm hoping that. Because independent planners are different than them, and like I said, no shade on them.
Right.
But they went with them because they wanted to belong to a quote unquote organization that did things for them, that assisted them or whatever, or they thought their name was, meant instant business or something. I don't know what the hell I don't know why they would do it, but anyway, that's on them, right? That's on them. So they chose that route. We chose to be independent.
Right.
So I'm just hoping that that's not the case, where there's more of Helms Briscoe and HPN and CD and all those that wanted to go, and now they're taking over. And that's not how it. Hopefully, that's not how it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like I said, no shade on them. No shade on them.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, and okay, and I don't want to beat a dead horse, but it seems like independent / third party, we get looped into that, but it's separate. You got third party, because they have their own conferences, they have their own.
They have their own conference that we can't go to.
Exactly.
We cannot go to.
So being looped into that group is like it's not fair. It should be completely independent, and then third party is a separate.
Yeah, and it could be. Yeah, I could be wrong. I'm just hoping, because I do remember. Like there was a couple people now, like you said, maybe they came in under their their company name, but they're still
Right.
part of that umbrella, which is
Yeah.
not fair at all. Which they
Right.
should
Right.
be vetted more if that's the case.
Right. Maybe we should start our own. You want
Oh,
to start our own conference if we can't get in?
Okay.
Do you want to start our own meetup? I'll round the troops. I'll be like, who got denied? We're all coming together.
So all the people that got denied will go. Oh shoot!
We need some sponsors. Who's going to pay for our flights?
Oh,
yeah. All right. Maybe that's a next year issue. Maybe that's 2027. We'll look into it. But dang, okay, you hit me with some news I was not expecting. So
okay, well, hey, there's a news, and that's just how it is. But that's okay.
It is.
That's
it's all right.
That's all right. So, okay, so what else going on? So okay, so you wanted to talk about planner events. That was something that's heavy on your mind for the last several weeks.
No, not several weeks, but here's the thing. Like I said, I'm at home for a good 6 weeks. So I went to local events. So I know we didn't talk last week, but I was out in these streets, in the event streets.
In those event streets? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Good. Clarify it. I don't know what kind of streets you in, what you got going on.
I'm not telling. So I did go to a few event industry events in Chicago. Shout out to Chicago, because we have a really great community of event professionals. There's always something going on. But this one was, but yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. So.
Okay. What you ready for?
Okay. So like I said, last week, I had a lunch invite, and it was part of the PCMA. PCMA had their annual fashion show for their foundation. So there were a lot of destinations in town. There was Visit California. There was Louisville. There was, I got an invite for Ottawa, Canada. But the one that I accepted was Visit Philly. Visit Philly sent me an invite, said, would you like to come to lunch? And I said, yes. But you know what? Okay, interesting. I want to talk about it really quick, though. I had to apply.
You had to apply to go to lunch?
This was the first one. So let me tell you, I saw the invite, and I was like, and they share the date and the location. It was one of my favorite places in Chicago. I was like, oh, yeah. And they were like, well, apply. And then, I'm thinking apply means put your name and email. And if you're an event professional, no. I had to be vetted. Like what? It was, it was vetted by North Star. So it was similar to the conference that we have to do to apply.
Okay.
I just thought it was funny because this is lunch. They were serious. They were like, we're not having any fake planners at this lunch. So, and you know what? Honestly, Russell, I'm surprised I got in, because, PCMA is an organization for associations, and I'm not an association planner. And when I arrived, there were plenty of planners from associations, which I liked. I vibed with, other planners from different industries. But now that I think about it, I was like, oh, they must have let me in, because everyone else, it was a lot of like American Bar Association planners and, prominent or associations. But anyway, got in, went to lunch, and learned a little bit more about Philly from Visit Philly, because that hasn't been on my radar in the past. But I think I do have a program coming up next year. But honestly, me personally did not know about a lot in Philly. So it was great. They kept it really social. It was not a, presentation of what they can do for us. They basically said, we're here, have a meal. Here are our latest promotions for planners, which I thought was great. They have some great planner perks. And we went on our way. It was the lunch was also connected to the fashion show event. So you had the choice between, do you want to attend just the lunch, or do you want to be our guest of the fashion show as well? Because they were a sponsor and they had seats. And if you had nothing to do that day, you could, like me.
Which you didn't.
It's funny. People were like, I got to go back to work. I'm like, well, since I'm here. Why go back? Like, you have a lunch downtown. Why go back to work? So it was great. But I know we're talking about how to get more planners to attend events, and why people there's this talk about a lot of no shows that planners do, and
Why do you
I
think
just
that is? Why do you think that is? No
well
show.
there's a lot of factors. I think people intend to go, especially if it's promoted far in advance, and you're like, yeah, I'll go. And then, our lives, right? We have to pivot, we have to change, and things come up, the day before, and people just don't show. It has to be something meaningful, worthy.
But why would you commit to going? And if you thought it was worthy when you clicked the box to say you would go, but now all of a sudden it's not? I'm just asking. I'm just making you think. I'm just asking a question.
So I don't even want to admit this because I don't know who's gonna watch this, but
It doesn't matter.
I know.
We just talking. Just two.
I know, but listen.
Two meeting chums talking. Okay.
So for me, I try not to no show, and even I don't know. No show is basically you just didn't show up. You didn't tell people you weren't coming. You didn't do anything, so you just didn't show up. So I try not to be that person.
Okay.
So if I'm not going to show up, I at least be like, I'm not going to be there. I'll send my cancellation. But I have to say, for this particular situation, I had a better offer.
What?
I originally had a different lunch.
What? Wait a minute. What do you mean you had a better offer? What does that mean exactly?
So I'm just saying there's so many different reasons why you cancel or don't show up to an event as a planner. And I'm just going to keep it real. Like I said, there was a lot of destinations in town on the same day doing the same lunch at the same time. So I picked the best
so
out of the bunch.
It's kind of like IMAX, because I've never been to PCMA. I've never been there. Okay. So you kind of say it's like IMAX, how you get invited to receptions and things like that, and you choose the one you think is more interesting to go to. Is that what you're saying?
Well, okay, this was my first time too. So I didn't know about this whole PCMA event until I got multiple offers. Like, oh, people are really doing this. So it's not as intense as IMAX. IMAX, you're getting several offers because it's IMAX. But yes, and typically when there are trade shows involved in the city, there are going to be multiple invites.
Okay, so you said I'm going to the one that, and what determines? Okay, what is the determining factor? Which one is better than the other? What's a better offer? What does that look like?
Well, okay, so shout out to Visit Philly because they chose like one of my favorite restaurants downtown. So, Oh my god, this is awful.
So you knew ahead of time what you were going to be getting, what kind of food you were going to be.
Yes,
getting. I've been there before. Oh, I love the whatever.
Yes,
steak,
yes. My favorite steakhouse. So I was like, okay, yes, absolutely. But it goes beyond that. I think about, okay, what is this event? The other event had this like workshop involved. It was like some kind of topic they wanted to discuss.
You weren't trying to go there to work, huh?
No. I just want my meal.
Trying to work.
I want my food. No. I just knew that Visit Philly was going to be more of a networking opportunity. It was going to be more social. It was going to be like, oh, who can I meet here? Yeah, but there's all types of reasons why there's something's a better offer.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So
speaking of which, because I don't want to just throw it on this Philly, I had the same situation earlier this year at SMU in New York. Okay, and so I'll give you an example of better.
I was there. I went to SMU in New York.
I know, but I got 2 lunch offers, right? And one lunch offer was having lunch in their office, like they have, their office headquarters.
Okay.
And like I said, it was my first time attending. I didn't know if I was going to get invites. The second one was this restaurant, in Manhattan that had this gorgeous, it was in Rockefeller Center. Now, think about it. I'm not local to New York. So I'm in tourist mode. Which would I pick? The place that's at somebody's freaking office that I can go anywhere or anytime, or somewhere in Rockefeller Center, which I don't even know what it was, but I'm like, hey, that sounds exciting because, I'm visiting New York. So that's a whole example of a better offer. And I always tell people when they talk about, putting together a planner event, location matters. And if you're, trying to attract people that are, coming from out of town, respect their time. Put some time and effort into that location of that, dinner or lunch meal.
So I guess that can tie into the no-show factor, right? So if they had it at a better venue, maybe something that's exciting that you never experienced before, someone coming from outside of that location of that city or whatever,
Yeah.
a popular restaurant, a popular venue. Yeah, well, okay, all right.
Well,
So,
I mean, I think we're talking a little bit more of like how you can get people to attend in just in general.
well, they could cut down. They could get more people to attend, and they can cut down on your no-shows.
Well, yeah, getting people to attend and no shows are two separate things to deal with. Because when you talk about your no show factor, did you send out a note before you go? Did you confirm people? Did you allow people? And I this is something that I talked about on previous lives, where give people a way to cancel, because if they can't cancel, they're just not going to show up, and now you're mad that you got all this food. So having cancellations are a good thing. But that's a whole different thing than having people just to attend. So making sure that you as an organizer are giving people the tools to that they're not going to show up.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, we're on with Miss Tiffany English today. Today is Monday. I do this daily check-in Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But Mondays are, of course, devoted to Miss Tiffany, and we're just talking about planner events and no shows and how to get people to come. And sometimes planners don't show up because they got a better offer. I mean, this is according to Tiffany. Now, I didn't say this. Okay, I didn't say this, but that's what Tiffany said. So these are things that we're talking about today. So feel free to make your comments. Let us know that you're there. I know there's a couple people there, so just make a comment in the chat room. I mean, just something just as innocent as hello. That would be nice.
I know, so we can shout you out and be like, "Hey,
yeah,
I love that."
Of course, that's what it's all about. So okay, go ahead, continue.
Okay. Well, we're talking about like increasing or decreasing the no-show factor. And, and I get it. As planners, we hate that too. So why would we do that to someone else? So,
yeah,
I get it. And that's why I do send my cancellations. I will. So I do want to make this comment because I've been thinking about it for weeks.
What?
And Visit Philly will be forever on my mind about making me feel like I was VIP.
Okay, Visit Philly.
And you want to know why?
Go ahead.
They were like, we will send you an Uber. We will send you an Uber.
They send you an Uber to pick you up.
So yeah, and that's how I felt. I felt VIP-ish. Basically, they offered Uber credits to get you there and back from lunch. And it was a very nice amount of credits. And us planners were talking among ourselves about, this is great. And what it does is it really says there's no excuse. If you have the time, there's no excuse. Like, you're not worried about parking situation. You're not worried about, oh my gosh, I take Ubers a lot. And so I just, write it off as the expense. But when someone's paying for your Uber to come to your free event already, you make time for it, right?
That makes a statement right there.
It does.
They really they value your time. They don't want you inconvenienced. So yeah. So I mean, that sounds great. In fact, I would do the same thing. I would be there. I would take that one over someone that wasn't offering that.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, think about that. Yeah.
Right.
That means they value your time. So you're going to give them more consideration when something comes up and it comes
Right.
down between New Jersey and Philly, who you gonna
Yeah.
more likely give the nod to? But more than likely Philly, because of what they did, or what you remember, that feeling of hospitality that you got. It's the feeling that you get. So, and you
Right.
got a great feeling. You've been talking about this for a couple of weeks.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm gonna shout it to the rooftops because I hope everyone follows suit. I just think I didn't realize how great it was until the ease of it. You know what I mean? You just put it in. And Uber and Lyft are great now, where you can give them a voucher that's expires on that day, and that's
Oh
what
yeah.
that voucher did. So
Mhm.
basically you can't use it the next day. You might as well use it for this event.
Exactly.
But what it's gotten me thinking, the wheels are turning. The programs that I source and do, we cover, the company covers the parking. But what if we did one step further and said parking or ride share?
Mm.
Now it's no excuse, because of course people are like, I don't want to pay for parking, and I get it. You're
Mhm.
showing you're invited to an event, so why do you need to come out of your pocket to attend? And
Mm.
that includes parking. But if you don't want to drive, then for people like me, I don't drive. I don't. I use Uber. So that should be an option. Okay, here we're going to either pay for your valet parking or we're going to pay for your rideshare. Boom.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. Okay, I would have chosen them too, Tiffany.
Right.
I'd have been a no show on the other one just to go to this one. Okay, because that's.
I mean, and when they would say, "Hey, where are you at?" You're like, "Should have sent me that Uber."
I mean, that makes sense, and that makes me think of other events that we attend, right? Say,
Yeah.
especially like you go to IMAX and all these different receptions and
Right.
dinners and all these things. Um, and sometimes they don't. A lot of times you're on your own to get there, right?
Right. Yeah.
And in the Vegas is expensive as heck. And if you're a planner and you gotta fork out that money out of your pocket. You know what I mean? So I mean,
Yeah.
although yeah, we can expense it, but that ain't till you ain't getting that money back until the next year. So
Right.
so yeah, so it makes sense. I mean, so I guess maybe
And
people
think
that are
about all the
hosting
events
people
that were
think
going
about
on at IMAX. So if one event and you're going through your calendar, you're seeing who I'm going to attend, and then one says, "Here's your Uber credit." Oh, that goes to the top of the
it.
list.
Exactly. You're
So
right.
it
You're right.
is a good way, and you just kind of put that in your budget. Put that in your budget that we're covering transportation costs.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we don't have open bar. Maybe we got a 2-drink minimum or 2-drink maximum.
Or
But
maybe instead of top shelf, we
we
do
do mid.
well. We
Right,
do well.
right.
So
So
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of
yeah,
ways to
you know what?
turn it around.
We're giving good tips right now. I do want to say that this is part of strategy sessions that I put together and audits. So I'm just saying that I mean, we're joking about it now, but that's a real strategy that you want to implement for next year. So I just want to shout out that, hey, work with, if only you knew an event strategist, work with an event strategist, work with people that can help you, like you said, kind of minimize that no-show factor. Because
So
it's
what is the
not
difference? You mentioned something. Okay, what's the difference between an event planner and an event strategist
strategies.
or a meeting strategist? Because that's
So
what you are, right? That's what you are.
yeah, yeah. And the simplest way to put it is the event planner talks about the one-off event. Once the event is done, they're done. They did the details of the day of the event. And then this event strategist comes in before, during, and after the event. We work on, the why we're having this event, um, and how it aligns with their business goals. So it's very strategic. There's a lot of thought behind it. It's not just where, even if we talk about, putting together transportation, we're making sure it fits that overall strategy for your events.
Mhm.
So it's just a little bit more, just comprehensive, honestly. So I always recommend when people have an event led strategy, like events programs are very important to their business and bottom line, bring in a strategist. Now, if you just want to have the company holiday party or your, sure, event planner. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not that person. And I say that because I was having this conversation. I'm not the one that makes things pretty. I'm not the ones that's talking about linen and flower and decor. That's your event planner, and they're great at it. I'm talking about how are we going to make this event, have a 20% increase of attendance from last year. So we get into the weeds of it. So, yeah.
Okay, Miss Event Strategist. Gotcha.
Yes. And we work with people like you to talk about branding and how to get their name out there. So it's so funny too. I keep honing in something that you said last time we talked about user content, because I'm still putting together all this content.
Content. Yeah.
Yes. See, I knew you'd get me straight. But that's part of a strategy too.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I mean, I mean, the best way that you can get your name out there, I mean, I'm talking about user-generated content now, is to have someone else talk about you. And how do you get someone else to talk about you?
Have an event. Oh, see how those go hand in hand? I love that.
There you go.
You invite people. So interesting enough, I love the lunch I was going to, but could have took that further and had some content around it, and encouraging people to post about things. I did post about the location, but it's more your lane, honestly. I'm not going to touch that. That's you.
What? I mean,
it's more your lane. If you were there, you would definitely been the one to have your camera around.
Anybody could do it, but you got to be comfortable doing it too. Some people are not that comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just something I've been doing for a long time, and I mean, I like to be known as that the person that's that's just Russell. I mean, that's what he does.
Russell, his camera, yeah,
that's his thing. That's what he does. I mean, he's all about elevating brands and making sure people know what's going on, and like you said, and like we both said, we want other people to talk about it as well, to tag you on certain things. And I was just saying, I think we talked about this before, where hotels or destinations, they should, put up incentives for people to do that, right? To do that on their behalf. Hotels, I mean, if it was going to cost you a free beer or something like that, I'm all about beer.
They hire. I need a meal.
That's right.
Jeez.
Create a moment at our hotel, tag us on it, and we'll give you, free beer and French fries.
I hear you. So, okay.
Something like that.
Okay. Funny enough. Okay. So I'm throwing you a throwback. I don't know if you remember this. Do you remember Foursquare?
Foursquare, the social media thing, Foursquare? Yes, where you check
in. Me of that. I don't know why they did not survive. I think Facebook took over and just, with the check-ins, but Foursquare was great. It would be like check in with us, and you get a free appetizer.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good one. Good point. Yeah, that's exactly what people would do. Well, everyone doesn't do it though.
And they kept the check-in, but there was no incentive. So I'm like, oh man, Foursquare had a good thing going. I don't know why.
That was good, but I mean, hotels or destinations, they still could take that further, and because a lot of people don't even remember Foursquare. I didn't even remember until you brought it up.
I know. I didn't want to bring it up.
That's okay. But that's a good tool to use. That's a good example of what brands could be using in order to get people to post on their behalf. I mean, it's what's going to cost you. Like I said, something that's, something inexpensive. I always use French fries and beer, but that's for me, right? That's what I would do. That's what I'd take. That's what I would take. And everyone's not going to do it. Everyone's not going to do it. So don't think you're going to be bombarded with all this stuff. Everyone is not going to do it. You have some check and balances that you got to put in place.
Sure.
You got to do this. You got to do that. Boom. Okay. Then you get that. Okay, it's not like you just do it and you don't get tagged and you don't let anyone know
Right.
and all that stuff. So I mean, there's things there are things that can be put in place in order for you not to get taken advantage of. Because a lot of times that's, oh, they're just doing it just to, well, yeah, that's what they're doing it, right? But they have steps to do it in
Yeah.
order to collect on whatever you promised that they would get. So yeah,
I like
so I
that.
mean that's what it's all about. I mean, so but hey,
I mean, I'm saying we're giving some good stuff on here. I
that's
mean, if you
good.
take that one idea and see what it does in the next few weeks,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And like I said,
that's
a hotel
free.
can do it, destination can do it, restaurants can do
Absolutely.
it, transportation companies can do it. I mean, there's a lot. The DMCs can do it.
Yeah.
A lot of organization within. I always limit it to hospitality because that's what we're all about here.
Right.
So a lot of hospitality entities can do it. It's just that no one wants to be as creative as to do it, right? So, and I always say, I want to see, because you don't know this because you didn't grow up in hotels like I did, where this time of year is budget season, right? So everybody's
Mhm.
working on their budgets for next year. Everyone's doing their marketing plans. And a couple of weeks ago, I said, I challenge anybody to show me something in their marketing plan that says they are going to create more visibility for their brand or for themselves. You know what I mean? Just show me something, because that would be something. If I was back on property now, that would be one of the main things it's a section in your marketing plan that I would put in there to make sure that we knew that we need to elevate our brand. We need whatever we need to do, whatever that means, whatever that looks like. Those are things that we need to do. And we just gave suggestions on how you
We
could.
really did, honestly, because I'm like, wait a minute, you just gave like a quick little snippet. But
Yeah.
my question is, okay, it's interesting you said that. Okay, put that in the marketing plan. But the next question would be like, okay, how are we going to do this? What do we do? So it's easy to put that in there. But what do you recommend for someone saying, yes, this is what I want to lead forward in 2026, but I am not the person to do this. So
Well,
what would
yeah.
be your
Okay. Well, see, I guess I have two ways of looking at this, because I know how I would do it. I mean, I would do it myself because that's what I do now. But let's go back 7 years when I was still on property. Would I have been the one to do it? Uh, Maybe so, but you still have those. Now you have these influencers or whatever that you can contract out to come, the right influencer. Okay, so not every influencer is for your hotel or
right?
destination. If they do luxury travel and your hotel is not luxury, well, guess what? That's not the right person for you. Okay,
Well,
so
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let me back up. So I know you would do it, but let me say it's me. Now I'm in the hotel world and I'm like, yeah, my marketing plan says be visible. And so do I Google search luxury brand influencer?
there's companies out there that, yeah, you
Well,
could actually do that.
is that what you would
There's
recommend?
companies, there's companies you can do that. I'm not going to give the name of any companies at this
No,
point.
I'm just saying, I guess the
But
process.
no,
The
what you would
process would
do
be
is,
reach out.
what I would say was reach out to me and I'll point you in the right direction.
See, there
That's
you
what I
go.
would say at this point. Reach out in touch. No, just reach
All
out to
right.
me, Russell of Hotels, and I can point
So
you in the
that's your
right direction if I couldn't do it myself for you. You know what I mean? So, in
yeah.
fact, let me put my information down so you can see it. My email
What's your phone number
address.
so people call you?
What's that? What you say?
Put your phone number so people call you wee hours of the night.
That's fine. I mean, if I give you my website, all my information is on my website, and my phone number is on there as well. So if you want to call me, that's fine. Call me.
Oh, yeah, you do like phone calls.
Yeah, call me. Call me if you need someone to talk to. Call me.
Yeah.
Satisfaction guaranteed. Call me. Remember that song? You're probably too young for that
I
song.
no, I do. It's an
You
80s
remember
song.
that song?
It's an 80s song. It
It's
sounds
probably
80ish.
out there. It's probably out there. It sounds 80s, right?
Yeah, it does sound 80s.
Where's my information at? Damn it. Oh, just where's my information at?
Oh,
I
Russell,
can't
Russell.
even find my information. I'm gonna have to type something new.
Hey, you're supposed to be ready with this.
You keep talking. Don't even worry about what I'm doing
All
over
right,
here.
so
Okay.
I will definitely. I'll hijack the conversation. So we talked about a lot so far. We talked about the no show factors and how to get planners to actually show up and incentivize. And we talked about how a good incentive is a ride share credit, or at the very least covering parking. And then we segued into kind of more visibility, for brands and hotels and user generated content. We talked about a lot in this
Generate
last few
content.
minutes.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And let's look down here now. There's my information. My name, Russell L.
So,
Edmond, and my email address. Feel free to reach out to me, or you can go on LinkedIn and reach out to me as well. Send me an in message if you have any questions at all about elevating your brand, how to do that. I can either point you in the right direction, or I can assist you with that. I can assist you because that's what I do. That's what I do.
all right.
Elevate brands. That's my thing.
Oh
Other than
goodness.
singing.
Yeah, I was like, no, keep your day job. Keep your day job.
Okay, what else? We're at 41 minutes. Okay, what else? Anything else? Any holiday plans? Thanksgiving?
Not so much. Maybe just like a friendsgiving.
A
Anything,
Friendsgiving. Oh my
yeah,
God.
where I don't have to cook. So here's the thing. I'm not gonna say I can't cook because I can. I cook for myself. I cook, but people know not to come for me to contribute.
Well, they tell you to bring some drinks, Tiffany. You gotta show them bring some drinks and some napkins.
Oh, napkins,
Paper
the
plates.
utensils, and it's just been a thing. And you would think I'm offended, but I'm not. I'm like, cool, cool. So, I'm gonna be solo this year because my family's all spread out. My parents are going to Houston, and my brother's doing his thing. But usually it's my brother bringing food in, and it's so funny because the whole family talks about what's happening, and they don't even include me. like I'm not even a part of it. And you think it would be like I thought about like, man, this is offensive. Like they're leaving me out, but I'm like, no, 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 I'm not going to call attention to it, and I just show up.
Mm,
So like I don't even get the napkins or anything.
mm, mm.
They just know to go on without me.
Yeah, maybe
So I
that's
kind
it.
of miss that that's
Don't
not
you
going
have
to happen.
family in Chicago though? You have family in Chicago, or
Yeah,
somewhere close to
yeah,
Chicago?
yeah. I'll be doing some stuff, some arounds. But again, that family, they cook. I show up.
Oh,
I,
okay.
I play I play my role.
Okay, and that's a
Play my
good.
role. What
That's.
about you? What you got going on?
I got a couple different spots to stop. Thanksgiving at my sister-in-law's, and then that Saturday after Thanksgiving, go to my aunt's in. She lives in Arizona, so it's gonna be a lot of driving.
Oh, okay.
A lot of driving.
How
So
far is that? I mean,
well, the furthest point from here to Arizona, it's at least 5 hours.
oh,
But it'll be broken up. It won't be we won't go from here
yeah.
to Arizona straight. We would go to it's called Hemet, which is about 2 hours from Los Angeles, and then from Hemet we'll go to Arizona. I think that's how it's gonna go. I think that's how it's gonna. So that's about I don't know what that is. 3.5 hours. Oh no, it's more than that. 4 hours. 4 hours, I guess, from
Yeah,
there. So yeah, so I mean, we'll be driving, and there's a lot of people that be on the highway or the freeways. We call them freeways here. So
that's right.
a lot of traffic. 81 million people traveling either on the highways or through the air. 81 million people this week.
Well, I used to fly on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is the best day to fly.
Yeah, no one's on the plane, right?
Go on Thanksgiving.
There's not a lot of people traveling that
No,
day.
it was perfect. It was
Yeah.
great. Because usually the airports are at like 100% capacity or whatever
Mhm.
they call it. Um, but okay, so let me ask you this. So we're in a holiday week. It's Monday. When do people typically just shut down? I mean, are you working Tuesday? Are you working Wednesday? Kind of working, but not really.
You mean like hotels?
I'm talking about just in general. Like I know me personally,
Oh, being you talking about me? Oh, yeah. I mean, when you work for yourself, you kind of shut it down on. I mean, I can shut it
Well,
down a day, but no.
well, that's the thing. What are you doing then?
I'll until well, we don't do anything until Thursday, so I'll be working, doing something on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I do other stuff. So yeah, the Wednesday will still be a day that I will be in my office and I'll be doing some work or whatever. But then Thursday and Friday, you shut it down until Monday. So,
yeah.
but I
Well, I
guess
guess I'm getting at that certain etiquette. Like, are people emailing on Wednesday, or are they respecting the inbox? You know?
I I would say most. I guess it depends on what you do. If you go in
Well,
the
I'm talking about our industry,
oh, you're
hospitality.
talking about our industry.
Yeah,
Our
yeah.
industry. Most hotel. I'll just speak from the sales staff because hotels still are 24/7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so sales related things. Oh no, we shut down probably. You're gone by 1 o'clock on Wednesday.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
by
a
one
wrap.
o'clock on Wednesdays, and then you're not back in the office. Well, some offices will open on Friday. Most of them won't. You won't be back until Monday.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's what I was getting at.
yeah.
Yeah, don't email me on Wednesday. It's just not a good look. And then let's not no meetings. I had a full meeting day on today, Monday, and then Tuesday, but that's it. You got one day to get me. That's tomorrow. That's it. Or we need to wrap it up into next week. That's it.
Oh man, yeah.
So
So there's that.
yeah. But
There's
to your point, I mean, there's times, entrepreneurial wise, where we just like, oh, this is a nice slow down period. I'm going to catch up on things I want to catch up on.
yeah.
That does not mean I want to have a meeting or I need to send
No,
out
not
anything.
not
So
at all, not at all.
not at
Yeah,
all.
because you put in more as an entrepreneur. You put in more hours anyway because you're doing things. Odd hours of the day.
Sure.
Say you can't sleep, you're gonna go up and look at. You're gonna check my email or that project that you've been wanting to start.
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah.
constantly still doing things. Although I'm saying, yeah, I'm shutting down, but that doesn't mean I don't check email.
Right.
Because I do some multiple things. So yeah, so I'm always looking for whatever's coming up, whatever the next thing is. So yeah, so I'm always looking. I mean, this morning I'm up doing some stuff. I mean, this morning it was like, well, I hadn't gone to sleep yet. It was like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I was doing stuff. So I mean, it's just how it is. But during the holidays, I have the luxury of like, okay, I don't want to do anything, or maybe I'm watching the football game, whatever. But I can be watching a football game with the laptop in front of me.
Yep.
You know
Oop,
what I mean?
there's
So
content. No, I get it.
yeah,
Yeah. And I
yeah.
think we
Because
all
even on the holidays I do content, and that is working. For some people don't even
yeah.
think that's part of putting your brand out there, even on the holidays, right? And it's funny, I get more. A lot of times I get more comments or interaction over a weekend than I do during the week sometimes because people are doing the
I've
same
seen that
thing.
too.
Yeah, they're
I've
doing the same
seen like weird hours. I'm like, why are you responding to this at like 11 p.m.? And it's interesting that like, and even like LinkedIn on a Sunday, like who's checking LinkedIn on a Sunday? Well, I am, but
a lot
I
of
didn't know
people.
anyone else
Yeah,
was.
a lot of people. A lot
Yeah,
of people
yeah,
are. So
yeah,
yeah, so yeah,
yeah,
so no. I mean, when you work from home, it's hard to get caught up. I mean, it's easy to get caught up in work and doing things.
yeah.
And like I said, I do content all the time. At least
But some stuff doesn't feel like work, like the content, or you're just like, oh, like you say, you're like, I'm watching the game, I'm doing something
yeah,
else, so it doesn't feel
yeah.
like work. But
Exactly. Exactly.
mhm.
Yeah. But in order to be visible, in order to be known, in order to, for people to see you, you do have to continue to do things. The days that you don't want to do them, you still have to do them. I mean, I'm just now, it's ingrained in me to do it. You know what I mean? But it wasn't always as easy as it is now to do. It was a grind at first. Oh shoot, I got to do this. I had to remember to do it. But now it's just second nature. You just do it. No big deal. Just do it. Just do it.
I feel like that was a personal attack, but okay, yeah, you're right.
What personal take on who? Oh, you feeling
I just,
guilty?
I know, I just felt that. But to your point, you're the most consistent person I know as far as always every day putting something out, and I'm like, ooh, well, I did
Well,
post
now see,
something.
you feeling guilty because you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing. Maybe you should
Well, I'm
do.
doing other things, but you're right. Like you said, you still have to do it.
Still
But
have
it
to do it.
it, it does feel like to your point, like in the beginning for you, that's what it feels like for me. Oh, I have to remind myself. Oh, I have to put it out. Oh, I have to put something out. So, yeah.
It's all about having that, being present without being, having a presence without being present.
Mm, look at
Okay.
that.
Being top of mind. Okay.
You're right.
Hotels, destinations, right? You don't sleep on, hotels don't close up on Sundays and Saturdays and Sundays or holidays. They operate 24/7. Yeah, destinations don't close up. They're not letting people in, LA, we're not letting people in after a certain time.
Certain hours.
No. No. So you have to constantly put things out there so people know that your brand exists, because you compete with other people. LA competes with people within LA County. Okay, there's
Yeah.
LA City, and there's all these cities in LA County, right? Long Beach, that's one, right? Santa Monica, that's another one. Well, those are major freaking destinations, right? Within the county. So you have to constantly put things out. I'm just using that as an example. But you have
Yeah.
to constantly put those things out. And don't even think about the state of California, because there's so many different CVBs and DMOs. So you're constantly have to do it. So why not do it on the weekends when when a lot of people are, will put their eyes on your content. So that's the thing, right? It's all about being visible. It's all about maintaining visibility. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Top of mind. I like that.
being top of mind, right? So when it comes down to, because the last person, the last person that sees it, say they're looking for a meeting or whatever, the last person to hear from you, or if you're the last person, that's the one that's going to be top of mind, right?
Right.
Not the one that reached out to you in January. Well, it's freaking November now. Okay.
Right.
If you're not constantly in someone's face or on their email or on LinkedIn or whatever, you're going to be last.
Well, it's funny you say email, because I think email used to be the thing, right? I have to, you have to send a consistent newsletter. But let me tell you, I am bombarded with destination and it seems like everybody got the message to do their own newsletter. But at the same time, now I have 50 newsletters in my inbox. So I think now, to your point, having that social media content, because we're already scrolling, that's going to keep top of mind for me. Because when I tell you the email overwhelm that I have, and I'm just literally I'm not even opening the email, but if I'm scrolling and I see, to your point, LA, oh, they have a new venue. Oh, okay, let me look. Oh, they just did an event. So that's going to keep me personally top of mind over that email newsletter. And usually that email newsletter is long in itself, that it's just too much.
Yes.
Bullet
points.
Bullet points. I know. I got to work on that too. I got a newsletter coming out. But I feel like that social content is that new top of mind aspect to get people's attention.
There you go. It's all about that. There you go.
Yeah.
It's all about getting people's attention.
Yeah.
Getting their attention.
And can we talk about, I think we talk about it all the time, but I want to see, these hotels, you guys do events all the time. Why don't I see that on your social media? Why don't I see the setup? Because a lot of times I need to be able to visualize my program in your space. What better way to do it when you're in the space?
You're right.
I'm just saying.
Right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
You have a corporate event. You're looking to get more corporate clients. Why not showcase that corporate event? And I'm not saying, put sensitive information or people in it, but let me see the setup. Let me see it before people get in the room. Let me see what kind of food you have. Let me see how it's set up. Let me scroll the video. What is it? 9-10 seconds of the food buffet and the presentation and the cards that say what the food is. Oh, now I know they know how to do it. You know what I mean? So
I like it. I love it.
Yeah,
You're right.
Let's see more of that.
There's so many opportunities to showcase your hotel where you don't have to be seen. Because a lot of people's issues are, I don't want to do it. I don't want to be seen, blah, blah, blah. But if you're just showing food or name, something that's something as simple as that, right?
That's going to reach me.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going to notice. And that we always talk about, and this can be a whole different conversation. That's the difference between our content and influencer content. Influencer content is going to be, the bells and whistles. I'm looking for the details. I'm looking for, where are the outlets in the room? Like just random stuff. And these
Wow.
influencers are looking like, oh, look at the flower. Look at the
Wow.
flowers. So that's the difference. We need to
That
see
is the difference between a
Yeah.
planner, someone that's entrenched in the industry, and
Right.
someone that's on the outside looking in. And
Right.
they don't know the detail of what you're looking for. They're just showing just a general thing. And a lot of
Right.
times the influencers are for individuals. They're not for groups.
Correct.
Most of
Correct.
the time,
I
99%.
need to see, is this a restaurant? I need to see you walk from the restaurant door to the meeting, to the dining room. Is it in the back? Is it in the middle? Does the door close? Are the walls all the way to the ceiling? Because you know what? That's my peeve. It's not a private event if you have the door that doesn't go all the way to the ceiling, because it's that gap of noise. So I need to see that.
Wow.
And those are the things we think as planners on a site visit. Okay, show it to us where we don't have to show up. I would love to be like, let me just go ahead and book that space because I see it. I know it's going to work for my program. I don't have to show up. Boom. That's how you get the business.
You know what? You're right. You're talking some good stuff today. What's going on with you? What's wrong with you? You coming with it.
You know what? It's so funny how we talked about like 8 different things today, but it just got the wheels turning. I mean, you brought out, what's this content in? And I'm like, I'm tired. I'm always on social media, but I'm tired of seeing these, filtered videos from an influencer.
Filtered videos from an influencer.
That does, and to your point, that does not help me with groups. It does not help me with programs. It helps me decide where I'm going to go to dinner in 2 weeks myself, know.
Yeah.
But it doesn't help me see my program in your venue. That's the difference.
And this is the thing. It's funny. Okay, let's just I was trying to end this, but no, we can't end it yet, because a lot of hotels say they need group business, right?
Yeah.
We want group business going into next year. This is always the thing. Going into next year, we want more group business, but they don't show photos and videos of groups or things that are specific. I mean, you just mentioned name tags for the food. You mentioned showing the meeting space. It's not private if if the air wall doesn't go all the way up to the top.
Right.
I mean, those are specific things that influencers have no idea what that even means, right? And like I said, most influencers, probably 99.9% of them, are only talking about individual stuff anyway. They're not talking about group. There's only a few out there that do group stuff. And guess what? You're talking to one of them right now. So I mean, it's true.
I kind of know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this for a minute. I this is my thing. I did not wake up. It's so funny too. Everyone thinks they can plan events, but I always say I didn't wake up, last night and say it. Now I do events. It's been a while. So yeah, we're giving good tips. We're giving the view of what we look for when we book. That's good information. So if you're someone, if you're a hotel person and you're like you said, I want to bring more group business, how can I do it? This is how.
Yeah. I love it.
And set up too. Show me your crescent rounds. Show me your classroom style, because those diagrams that you email me do not do it justice how that room is laid out.
That's true.
Come on now. I'm over here trying to figure out if this works for 80 people or 50 people. Show it to me. Show it to me set up. That's it.
Yeah, so that's true. No, you're absolutely right. So I had this one sales manager because I didn't know, I needed to know the path from the guest room down the elevator to the meeting space, to the first floor or whatever the floor of the meeting space was, and kind of just show me the path, right? Because I needed to know I can't remember what the reason was. I just want to make sure, ADA, there was ADA compliant for the most, but let's just say that was the reason why. I just want to see, were there any obstacles in the way? Okay, just show me the path, right? Because if I tell my client that and I sell them on this hotel site unseen, and there's some obstacles, well, then guess who looks, guess who has egg on their face? So I said, can you do me a favor and do this? And that person did it. They showed me on their iPhone. They went and showed me the path of where they would go from the guest room down to the floor where the meeting space was, and took the path to the meeting space and showed me the ballroom, because that's what this group needed. I'm like, okay, there you go. I can tell my client now, and they end up getting the business. So I mean, that's what we look for. We look for people that are willing to do things that are a little probably out of the ordinary. But like I said, if you're trying to get more group business, I can think of one way to do it. Start showing content that shows group business. Well,
I was just going to say, imagine if they took a step further, uploaded that on their YouTube channel and had a link and linked it, because I imagine you're not the first person who's asked that question. You won't be the last.
Exactly.
And now you have it in your content, and it's a YouTube link or, whatever. And how easy is that? And now you can refer that. So yeah.
I love it. Anyway, we're at an hour and 1 minute. So we didn't mean to go that long, but sometimes you come across something that you have to get off your chest. And obviously that was something that we needed to talk about. So anyway, well, that is it. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank Miss Tiffany English for coming on Monday. We'll make sure she's back on next Monday. Are you available Monday?
So that's after the holiday, isn't it? Yeah, I guess there's no reason not to be.
Okay, well, make sure you have something to talk about, okay?
We always have something to talk about, clearly.
Yeah, we'll make up some stuff. So yeah, we'll make up some stuff like going to turning down one event to go to another one because
no. We talked about that enough.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Yeah, I'm already feeling guilty. So sorry.
Oh, that was a good one.
That story anymore.
All right. So anyway, you have a great Thanksgiving. Stay safe, and then we'll see you on Monday.
Thank you. Till next time.
Yes, ma'am. Peace.